All right, well, let's get started. Welcome everybody for another Fluence community edition and March. So time is flying by. And today, I think we, well, as usual, we start off with Dmitry with some updates, go through the team. I think Joera has a presentation for us on his progress. And I don't know, Dmitry, do you have something at the end? Nothing. All right. So it'll be a fast meeting. Anybody has questions? We are ready to answer. Well, Dmitry, it's all yours.
So during the last 2 weeks, we were working on different stuff, but delivered mainly some things around Aqua. And I would point your attention on two particular features. The first one is what we call recursive streams. It was delivered to Aqua VM, and then we found some bugs and we fixed them. So they are finally delivered. And recursive streams is one of the holy grails of Aqua, actually, because it means that you can have recursive or iterative distributed algorithms coded in Aqua. For example, Kademlia or Gossip or back pressure with push-pull model or something like that. So that's quite nice, and we've finally updated the network to the latest version with all the bugs fixed today, and going to use it and implement new distributed algorithms in Aqua library during the next, I don't know, weeks. The second update is the collection creation syntax in Aqua, which should be very useful. Actually, it's just a sugar, but should be very convenient. Now you can create arrays, optional values, and streams with the syntax sugar in Aqua. And introducing this syntax is a part of the consequences of the huge refactoring that we had for Aqua in January and beginning of February, and more changes are about to come. But let's announce them next time. So this is what we delivered. More updates to come in 2 weeks, I hope. And I'm good.
All right. Thanks, Dmitry. Questions, anybody? On recursive streams, back pressure, async mailboxes? Oh, that's sad. All right. Well, then on to anybody else from the team wants to present an update, give an update. One of the many mics. I might just randomly click on one and put him on the spot, see what happens. All right. Well, Joera, Mike, it's all yours.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Very well.
Also, Mike. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Can I do share screen? Okay. So it's mostly people from the team right here now, right? So
hard to tell with all those mics.
Oh yeah, we don't know who the mics are. That's true. Are you seeing a screen? Okay, so I've been working with Fluence now for a couple of months. Started off with the hackathon. What I really like is that you know, for like any Web3 thing, you're thinking of blockchains and IPFS, and then you have these computation networks like Fluence, which can like connect everything together, and you can actually start programming. And why I like specifically Fluence is because it's like sort of unopinionated, and I can find my own way in it. So what I'm trying to do is that I like to aggregate data in a decentralized manner. So, for example, from votes from DAOs. That's the example I'm working on. So here we have an Aragon interface, and I have a vote, and I can, when I'm connected, I'm not. I can change my vote or create a new vote, and the code on Fluence will be listening to it, and when it records like a new vote or a new vote on a vote, it will create a new data structure on IPFS, which looks like this. It's like this IPLD sort of tree, and it starts off with that this is a data model for governance, because we're talking about these DAOs. And then this pair DAO example 2, that's like the one DAO that subscribed to it. There's only one DAO yet subscribed to it. It's got votes, and here there are like 23 votes recorded. And then there is like the different data. For example, here you can see like it should have recorded. Oh, that's in a file format, but it should not be. If I do this one, oh yeah. So here you can see that the data has been stored on the IPFS. And what it also does is that Fluence is now creating a widget, which is an example here. So this widget is like created with Fluence. So the data comes in, and then it renders HTML, and it makes the folder with IPFS, so that if you go to this address, you can actually see the widget. And so every time you take a vote, the widget will update. That's about how it works. How am I doing this with the Fluence now? So I have two scheduled scripts running. Like this one is on Krasnodar the 1, and basically it needs to create a filter for Ethereum blockchain, and it needs to do that every 50 minutes, because like normal, like a sort of Ether client like Ethers, or what's the other one called, Web3, they connect, I think, through something like a WebSocket, so they can have like a continuous sort of filter connection. But because we're confined to working with the curl, it needs to recreate one every 50 minutes. And that's so one script is doing that. And within the, let's see, wait. So that is this one, what we're looking at. So, that I forgot to say. Anyway, so this one is creating a new filter, and then it's storing it on the DHT of the nodes that want to cooperate in the future through one of these registry mechanisms that we heard about last week, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, so this script is basically running every 50 minutes. It creates on basic of the subscriptions, which is now only one DAO. It creates a new filter, and that filter is then stored on the node of on another node, and on that other node is another script is running. It's a large one, and that's this one, and it again starts looping through all descriptions that are there, and then it goes to look up the filter ID, and then it filters, and then it starts doing all things to create the widget and the data structure. Yeah. Can anybody make a sound to confirm that I'm still here?
You're still here.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions? I can go on, but maybe there are questions.
Yeah, I got one. Did you say you're like reinstalling a filter every time you run the script?
The script is running like every 15 minutes, and then it just it creates it just makes a call to the Ethereum blockchain, and that returns like an ID of a filter. And with that,
right. No, I understand that. I was just asking. So you're reinstalling it every 15 minutes.
Okay, so the part is that what I'm doing with all my scripts is that I'm creating all the services every time it runs.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And I'm not really sure if that is like the way to go in the future, but my thinking was that if you want to have something that is cannot be tampered with, it's like truly unstoppable, you cannot like really confine yourself to existing scripts that are tied to a specific node, because then you would just have, you know, somebody could like, okay, it's that node that is like creating this website with this terrible misinformation or whatever. Let's take, and then there could be a request to take down that specific node. So I'm thinking of in a ways of how it can be really like portable. But yeah, it's so early for me to start figuring out how this works that it can be really stupid as well. I don't know. Anyway, but I'm creating all the surfaces, and then at the end, I'm removing them, which I thought to be very clean. So what happens with the bigger one, sometimes it starts running in problems. So I had this one running for a couple of days, and then suddenly there are like 400 surfaces of each. So at a certain point together, there was like on one node, there were like maybe 2,000 surfaces running. So then I had to stop the script and clean it up. So there was something happening, and it's very hard for me to debug how that's happening, what sort of caused that issue. And also the creating of the surfaces is taking quite a long time.
What would you need to be able to debug better?
Well, I was running it on my own node, but then I only have like the server power to run one node, right? So that wasn't helping. And maybe the logs. Oh yeah, I was thinking that I was going to write another script that is basically counting the number of services, and then connect that to like a WhatsApp thing or SMS thing, and then it would like alert me whenever the actual mistake starts to occur, and then I can call you and we can figure out what's going wrong.
Gotcha.
Well, with requests, what I would really like is, yeah, I've said it before, that that if you run a scheduled script, that you can put arguments inside and get things out. Because then also I would be able to cut up this bigger one in smaller ones, because you see that basically when I poll successfully for an event, then it starts doing, it starts like using the services that are more heavier and actually do stuff. But that could be inside another script, so that the one script calls another, so the recurring script calls a script that runs only once. But it needs the information from the first script to be able to perform its tasks. And then it could be more economic with creation of services. And yeah, maybe this is just too bloated. And oh yeah, so and maybe that if there is like this script, it has like a sort of pre and post function, like so that, for example, this the removal of the services, that you can put it in a post function, so that even when the script sort of fails, it would then still do that. Yeah. Oh yeah, and what else can I say? Oh yeah, so and I have this is the other one that's running on custom.2 now, or the scheduled script that's actually doing the things, and I'm logging from the out of the services basically all the time to this console, so then I can just see what I'm doing. And it's not working at the moment, huh? So otherwise I would be demoing it. Anyway, so here just about an hour ago I had one result, and then it started doing things, and then it ran into a bug. Oh yeah, and so one other cool thing is that because I'm recreating all these services every time I'm running the script, the code for those services comes from IPFS. So when I'm working on a service, for example, this one. So you're familiar with this like a build shell script. I think I stole it from you. But then on the end, I'm uploading the output to IPFS, and the CID I get back to IPFS I store on a blockchain on Ethereum somewhere. And so every time I'm creating a service, I'm going to the blockchain to check, okay, what is the latest CID for the latest version of the service, and it installs it from there. So I can have like a scheduled script running, and then just change the service while the script remains running. Yeah. And so this week I've been doing this. I was making this form, so you can, if you're a DAO and you want to subscribe to the service, it just has a form which asks for the information needed, and then it stores it on Ethereum and IPFS, and then the scheduled script is like gathering that information to run scripts. Yeah. Well, that's about it.
I may have missed something here. When you said the forum gets committed to the blockchain and the IPFS, and then the script gets it from there, meaning it's pulling it from the blockchain, the CID,
Yeah.
through the filter.
So every time.
So the registration calls a log emit event, and then you have a filter for that, and that's how the script catches it, right?
So this one, every time the script is running.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, the one that is creating the filter, it goes to a service, and that service gets all the subscriptions and their metadata from the blockchain. So, so even the script can continue running, and there can be more subscriptions added, or they can expire, or whatever.
Gotcha. Thank you. Cool.
How have you implemented the right THT function?
Oh, there's something strange with that. Anyway, I start doing that only a few days ago, because after your talk about the registry, I thought, okay, I have to start looking into this stuff. And then I thought I start with, well, the registry wasn't really fit for this, so I tried this one. Here it is. Can you see this or not?
Yes, I can see it.
So I'm
I think he froze. His Wi-Fi finally gave out. It's just getting interesting.
Well, as far as I understand, it's Aqua.DHT, not registry, and
right,
not the library, but the low-level API. And I'm curious why it's so, and it would be awesome to maybe to have a call and discuss how can we switch to the registry.
Yes. All right. It's probably going to reconnect, but in the meantime, key up your questions for Joera. And what else? Anna, do you have any updates? Hackathons upcoming? Ongoing?
Yeah, actually we have 2 hackathons running at the moment. So there is one with Swarm called We Are Millions, and the bounties you can still apply, and we have 2 bounties from Fluence, and there are many more from Swarm. So just check it out. It's in Gitcoin. If you go to hackathons, and there the hackathon called WAM, and you will see the bounties there. So you can apply and try to have that to solve those challenges. And then the other one that is running at the moment, and you can still apply, is ETH Denver. That's a virtual ETH Denver hackathon. There are lots of sponsors, and we at Fluence, we have 7,500 USDC in bounties. So please check it out. I'll send the link in the channels and also here in Zoom. So yeah, that's the news. And we're also getting ready for ETH Amsterdam. We will not be participating in ETH Amsterdam supporting, we're supporting, but we are not sponsoring the hackathon itself because it's just too short for Fluence, just 2 days of offline hackathon. But we want to organize side events, and hopefully Joera can help us with that because he's local. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. It's end of April, if anybody is planning to be there.
Very cool. So people sign up and hack. If you want to make some money, it's there. Are you back? Joera? I thought I saw a new mic sign up, but maybe not. All right. Anybody else? Well, then 3, 2, 1. All right. Forum closed. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for signing in. Thanks for hanging out. And Joera, even though you're not here, thanks for this great presentation. We'll follow up on the DHT. We really want to talk to you. And see everybody in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.